tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. On that Pittsburgh sideline, a look there at the Steelers head coach. His guys losing a week ago, trying to get back into the win column here. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His team looking for... Seen the football quite a bit here in this first half. Such an integral part of this offense. We'll start this next drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, is there for the stop. From 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That is Omar Norman Lott there to bring him down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well,
you get a look there at the first quarter numbers, and now trying to add to those as this next drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. They'll stick with him again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 83. Incomplete. It's now.
You see the numbers here in the first half, and now time to build on those as this drive begins with 1st down. Drive will start on the ground. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And the defense can't come up to a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
They'll turn and hand this one off. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 17 yards the gain there. That's a Steeler first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the...
The Steelers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer.
The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you had the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is, I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations, because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's a run going left. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
The running back is down the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 4-yard gain.
So here are the Steelers down on the scoreboard. 2:21 time remaining. We're out of timeouts. Save for that 2-minute warning, as they've got it 1st and 10. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll stick to the ground. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll run.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball. And
I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
4th down pass. Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. That was a game that was in doubt till the very end. They were able to hold on and come away with the victory.
the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Houston Texans.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
The Steelers offense about set to go to work. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back.
Coming off a strong performance a week ago, nearly 100 yards on the ground.
Yeah, obviously a good form coming in, and I enjoyed our meetings with the coaching staff. And based on those talks, he's going to have some good opportunities in this one as well.
Absolutely. The praise was effusive. He's going to tote the rock a lot, you would think.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to drop it behind the line for a second straight play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So give it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 91 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roaming the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Come on. Hey, Bronco 80.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
All this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped it behind the line for the second straight play. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start this. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there, and also a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to about about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. A strong running to about the 26 here.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fakes, everyone was in the right place.
12 yards that time in a Pittsburgh first.
I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the... Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Well, I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
Let's go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
It's been a tough month for the team. They need somebody to step up and turn things around. This could be his opportunity to do just that.